Hey everybody, Logan here. Whew. And boy do we have a lot of Nintendo news to go over today. Everything from a new 3DS game, yes, in 2021, new Hori controllers, Monster Hunter, and more. Yeah, whew. So let's just get talking about it.
Welcome to Red Bandana Gaming, the channel where Logan will show you everything from gameplay to gear. Their crew is here to take you on a journey through every atmosphere. Releases to news, you don't have to choose. Red Bandana Gaming is here for you.
So let's start off with Monster Hunter. I picked this game up myself. I was trying to... I had pre-ordered my collector's edition, but as a lot of you guys may recently know, or may know, I've recently moved, and it was pre-ordered 230 miles away, so I still haven't picked it up over there, but I did get the deluxe edition locally. So I am contributing to this little bit of a sales number. Just it's a small sales number of 4 million copies in the opening weekend. Monster Hunter Rise has sold in its opening weekend. Has shipped an impressive 4 million units. It's not quite as impressive as Monster Hunter World back in 2018, which did 5 million. But think about it this way. Monster Hunter Rise is only on the Switch. Monster Hunter World, Xbox One, and PS4. So that should just tell you how strong of a launch this was for something that was only coming out on one system. Well, Switch and Switch Lite, but still. And the game is amazing in terms of visuals and everything about it. I'm going to do a play, I guess, a Let's Play video in the next day or so. You'll see that up. I'll probably be recording that later today. But holy spumoni, that's nuts. That's nuts. So I figured we'd open with that. It's just a little bit of news right there. And the next one, our next little topic, is Neo Geo Pocket Color Selection Volume 1. What? I bet you're looking at me like, say what? Okay, the reason I thought this was a little interesting because how many people actually play the Neo Geo Pocket here in the States? Very few, if any. But SNK is finally doing something that they should have done a long time ago with this collection. Putting it on the Switch is introducing these games to a lot larger audience than it would have ever had in the past. And these games are no longer locked on the Neo Geo Pocket Color. So the Neo Geo Pocket Color games are finally on the Switch, but the Game Boy Color games are not on the Switch. But we're not going to talk about that because Nintendo doesn't listen. So what SNK has done previously, they've been releasing these games individually with the likes of Samurai Showdown 2, Last Blade, Beyond the Destiny, SNK Gals Fighters, SNK vs. Capcom Match of the Millennium, King of Fighters R2, and Fatal Fury First Contact. Now, with this one, it's kind of interesting because they're doing an actual compilation. I think more people would probably buy these if they did compilations. If they took the originals and put them in compilations like this, I'd probably buy them. Honestly, if I could get my hands on a Neo Geo Pocket Color, I probably would buy one, but I haven't been able to find one. I just want to check one of these things out in person. And honestly, I don't even remember when they came out back in the day. I had a Game Boy and then jumped to Game Boy Advance. I never got a color myself. Not until recently, I should say. So, on the Neo Geo Pocket Color Selection Volume 1, it consists of Neo Turf Masters, Dark Arms Beast Buster 1999, and Metal Slug First and Second Mission. So, Metal Slug First and Second missions are probably the big draws here, because Metal Slug has been a huge franchise, very Contra-esque, but cartoony, got that, run and gun, fantastic series. Most people who enjoy those type of games, have just a fondness for the Metal Slug series. Now, Neo Turf Masters here was also known by Big Tournament Golf. So that's that looks pretty interesting. If you like golf games, I thought that was an interesting choice to bundle with that, but cool nonetheless. Now, the other one that they're putting on there is Dark Arms Beastbuster, which, according to the original article that this came from Nintendo Life, I've never played this game, so I had to look up a little more about it, and it says it's a cross between an RPG and Ikari Warriors, which is also an SNK game. So this is supposed to be a follow-up to the 1989 arcade light gun game Beastbusters. I had never played that either, so this could be interesting, but following up an arcade game with a handheld, like a pocket Game Boy-esque game, kind of interesting. But yeah, so this this little collection here, I thought it was an interesting thing to tell you guys, and if I'm not mistaken, it is out now, and you can go pick it up. It has, what, 8 games all together, I think it says. So, yeah, okay. So, these are going to be the ones on this collection. So, if you can check out the full thing below. It actually came out on the 17th of this month. So, I thought that was pretty nifty. You guys can check that out now. For those of you who didn't know, this is just, hey, look, check out these games. It's kind of cool. You know, go ahead. So not the biggest amount of news. It's not like it's anything coming soon, but it's something you can purchase right now. Next is a pretty new one. The 3DS is getting a physical game this year in 2021. Okay, so the game is also coming out for the Switch as well, but it's called Andro Adunos 2. And it's put out by Pixel Heart. If I'm not mistaken, they work with the website PlayAsia. I've purchased a lot of stuff from there. There's a lot of PlayAsia games that Pixel Heart does. I think they're specifically just for PlayAsia. Now, according to a tweet they put out, it shows the picture of the game. Now, one thing is it shows a picture of the UK game, but this is also coming to the States. So it is a shmup. So this will be a pretty interesting game. I'm looking forward to it. I will be picking it up. I'm not sure if it's only going to be available through PlayAsia or through online distribution. I'm going to say that's probably it. But hey, looking forward to seeing a brand new 3DS game in 2021. I'm shocked, but hey, awesome. All for it. Love the 3DS. I still have mine. I actually play my new 2DS XL the most. But I still have fondness right here for my 3DS. So, hey, yeah, there you go. Another story. Now, on to the next. I thought this was a pretty interesting one because I have one of these controllers already, and this is the Hori is coming out with 2 new GameCube style Switch controllers. So they already put out a Pikachu one. Now this one does seem to have a little different setup than the one I currently have, but they're coming out with a Mario and a Legend of Zelda versions of them, and they look like they're actually going to have extra buttons on the face and extra buttons in the back for mapping. These will be out in May. I'm pretty sure you can pre-order them depending on where you're going to buy them, but yes, there are programmable buttons on these. So you can, actually program and have more functionality. Now, they're not exactly GameCube style games. Controllers, like if you look at them, the sticks move down a little bit. You could actually see how it's molded ever so different. It's got a slightly larger D-pad. But the one I have, I think when I did some unpacking, it never made it out of the box because I put it back in and now it's up on display. But It's a solid controller. It actually feels good. It's got a grip underneath, like a texture grip. If they keep that for this, which according to the image, it kind of looks like it does. But hey, if you guys are into third-party controllers, especially GameCube variants, I am. I have a ton of them from both Hori, PDA, and PowerA. Yeah, and of course the official Nintendo GameCube one that was re-released for Smash. But hey, yeah, you can pre-order those depending on where you do your pre-ordering. If you do a local mom and pop shop like I do, you just go in, ask them. Otherwise, GameStop is an iffy, and Best Buy and all those other ones, maybe Amazon, give them a shot. But I say go to your local mom and pop game store and see if they can pre-order those and put an order for you. Oh, wait. You know what? I almost let you guys go without the best part. The best bit of the news. It's not really Nintendo related, but it kind of is because of who it involves. But remember a little guy named Reggie? Reggie? You're like saying, Reggie who? I don't know, Reggie. This guy named Reggie Filamy, and you're just like, who is this Reggie guy? I don't know this Reggie guy. Yeah, we all know Reggie. We all know and love Reggie. Well, it turns out, news hit that, I think it was 2 days ago, that he's no longer with GameStop. Yeah, it's only been like a year, less than a year. He got hired March of last year. And it's supposedly over a year now, by days that he's been with the company, but he didn't start working in their offices until July of last year, so take that how you will. Yeah, he resigned. No longer on the board of directors. Rumor has it, again, this is a rumor, don't take this as fact, this is not factual. I have heard from a few different sources that he actually stated they're beyond saving. Like, that's it, they're done. This company is, and it's sad because I know a lot of great people who work for GameStop. I've had some really good and not so good experiences while I worked there on my 2 tenures. But the people on the line level are great. I guess they're corporate people. Them up in the tops just can't seem to get it together. And if this says anything, Reggie, I mean, look at Reggie. Reggie's man. Hopefully, I would like to see him come back to Nintendo. Probably not, but who knows? Who knows where he's going to go from here? But there you go. Head to for the biggest story of the video. Thank you guys so much. If you like what you saw, remember to hit that subscribe button. Like this video, share this video. That would help. That always helps. Again, subscribe, and subscribe while you're at it. Double subscribe, yeah! Head on over to redbandanagaming.com. I promise we're working on more content. And like I said in the last video, if you guys haven't watched it, I'll say it again. We have been recently putting up episodes of Logan and Lich, the podcast. They've had to be edited for YouTube content purposes. Now, if you guys like the podcast and want to hear the full unedited thing, edited cast, let me know and I'll start uploading the full unedited ones to redbandanagaming.com. But until then, like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.